There are times, Virgo, where I know you really want to give someone a knuckle sandwich or punch them in the nose, right? But I feel like despite that, you are like walking away. You're walking away. You're not putting up a fight. You're not chasing. You're not doing anything like that. And you've got someone here who is kind of getting, I guess you could say, ghosted in return. And they're not liking it. This person is struggling big time. And I see them sending a lot of messages to you, maybe even love bombing, but a lot of messages to you to try to find out where you are, what's going on, what you're doing. Okay, why aren't you committing? Why aren't you, you're off baseline to them. This is not what they're expecting from you. Okay, and I feel like that's you, and you're just like, you know what? Done enough. Not doing anymore. Just bye-bye. You're just not as available, okay? So I hear you, Virgo. I hear you, and I see a lot of communication coming out of a sense of loss from this person, coming from a place of urgency. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get into this reading and see how this plays out, what's going on here, and smash that like button, subscribe. All right, let's get into this. Alrighty then. What in the heck? Okay, I feel like this person is, why is it snowing? Somebody's getting snow very soon. If you're not due for snow, surprise snow. Okay, so this person is, pretty much like they feel crippled in the sense of like they're lost. They're feeling sick to their stomach, ill health, they're worried. Your person is worried. See a lot of communication coming in, especially around the 8th of this month. Some messages, lots of messages. Where are you? Is everything okay? What are you doing? Are you around? Can we talk? All that. Okay. Virgo, it just feels like whatever you were dealing with was just such a heavy burden for you. Tremendous, like you were carrying the weight of everything here. I don't know specifically what that means, but I can definitely see how you have come to the end of the struggle here. Okay, this is like the end of the struggle. Too much. It's just, this is just too much. Over-functioning, doing all the work. And you took up the task to do all the work, of course. But it was too much. You need a little help. And you weren't getting any help, and it looks like, this month you're just like, can't see me, little John Cena, can't see me, you're not available. They're going to have to put in the effort. You were carrying all the work of 10 people, they're going to put in the effort of 8 people, okay? So it's not fully matched, but maybe they'll pick up at least half the slack and a little more. But apart from that, this feels like it's coming out of a place of anxiety for them. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, you're like a wish come true for them. All of a sudden, the absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I feel like that's what's going on with this person, your person here. Okay, could be an earth sign, fire sign, water sign. Now they want all of everything. They wish for you to come back. They want you to return. They want you to reach out. Maybe you were reaching out and not getting anything in return, which is pretty much the way things are these days. Isn't it that way? Right? And here they are making an offer to you. Oh yeah, they got a gift for you. They're going to return your records. They want to see you. Any excuse, right? Oh my gosh, Knight of Wands. They're lusting after you, Virgo. Full-fledged lust. Full-fledged lust. Passion. It's just welling up in this person. What is the deal with them? What is the deal with this person? Virgo's person. Oh, okay. this card always, when you look at I know what it means, but when I look at the picture, I just feel like your person was just very standoffish. Very, very standoffish. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, focused on work, business, all the tangible things, not really emotionally inclined. And I don't feel like they were really relationship material or relationship ready, so to speak, to be vulnerable, to be open. They kept you at a distance here and ended the relationship, or they just left it or ghosted or moved on from it, or just ended the connection but maybe tried to stay friends with you. Okay, whatever it is, Virgo, it's obvious to me, like, you must have, like, I feel like you're not chasing them, you're not doing anything. You're like, taste of their own medicine. This person's getting a taste of their own medicine. Right? And as they, listen, Virgo, there's a little bit of a control issue going on here, but I feel like they haven't forgotten you. Okay? If you need to know that, you know, there it is. Even though they tried to start a new chapter here, I feel like they still look back on the relationship and still think of you fondly, definitely learns things from you, but now they're, I don't know if they're kicking themselves or they're seeing that they were a complete fool. And it feels like a foolishness for just not giving clarity. Foolishness for not giving clarity. I am really picking up fire, earth, and water energy here. Now, if the swords show up, air shows up, so be it. But in terms of the elements, this person might be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, let me see. There's definitely going to be a lot of communication coming from them and a lot of Cupid's arrows. It's like they're falling for you again because you are just not interested, or you just walked away, or you didn't chase them down. And you're not doing that in November. You're not. I don't know if you're done with this or not, but I do feel like you're taking yourself out of the lineup. You're taking yourself out of the lineup. Your person is definitely trying to resist the temptation. In some ways, all right, let me tell you this. They have some type of addictions or temptations in their life which pulls them away from intimate, vulnerable type connections with people. So whatever else going on in their life that they have like this fixation on, could be anything. I feel like it interferes. It's kind of like maybe you have noticed that you feel like a side piece or a side hustle or something, you know what I mean? Because they are not making you a priority. And I feel like that's what the issue is with this person. It's their energy. And when you walk away, or when you're just not chasing them, then all of a sudden they're feeling something for you and they come back in to try to put the pieces back together. I don't know if it's like, this is like someone who empties the puzzle pieces out of a box, puts the whole thing together, and then crumbles it all up and then starts all over again. This is what I feel like this is. Or they don't even finish the puzzle. They just mess the whole thing up, start from the beginning again. It's very weird energy. It's very, very weird energy. But I do feel like they have an addiction to, like, it's not even addiction. It could be But is this person like a workaholic? I'm getting a workaholic. They're on some kind of mission in their life, but they're not 100% sure what their mission is. Therefore, they can't take you along on their mission. Like their purpose. They're still trying to figure out what their purpose is. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. They're still trying to figure out their purpose. And because they're not, it doesn't even matter how old they are, because they don't know what they're supposed to be doing or how they're supposed to be living their lives or their life, they can't take you along. But they don't want you to leave either, because soon, babe, soon I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get on my mission. I'm going to get on my purpose. I'm just trying to get it all together and get organized. But I don't feel like your person really is too sure about their own personal future. And I mean, are they doing you a favor by not dragging you through the mud with them? Yes. And maybe you know that. You might be like, you know what? When you figure it out, let me know. Reach out. And if I'm still available, then we'll see. However, whether you said that to them or whether you say it to them in November or whether you just don't say anything and just go ghost, they're still going to, I see them coming in November trying to, I don't know, it's like put you back in the doghouse. I don't like the doghouse. Just, it's like they want you to wait for them to figure it out, which is like, that's no. But it is what it is, Virgo. Okay, there's your first air sign, specifically Gemini. So I will say, in terms of you, that's how you're showing up here with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you need to be clear about, you love yourself too much to go in anybody's doghouse or be put on any kind of shelf or be tied to the fence until they come back around and figure out the time, energy, time, effort. Like, time is so precious and so valuable. So during this time, maybe you're trying to figure out what it is that you want or what it is that you need. I feel like, Virgo, either you're figuring out that you have a bunch of boxes that need to be ticked in order for something to work out for you, or you're figuring out those boxes. Like, either you already know, some of you are just not chasing the person because you already are aware that they're just not in alignment with you. And as it should be, so be it. If someone is not in alignment with you, Virgo, there's nothing to chase. There is nothing to pursue. You understand? There's nothing to pursue. Once you get clear, you get clarity. Once your needs and you're absolutely honest with yourself, the sun comes out to shine light. And you also keep talking to yourself and reminding yourself about what is going to work. And also, perhaps, when they come back and try to connect with you, you have that conversation with them, that clarity, instead of waiting for them to change or saying to yourself, oh, I haven't spoken to them in a while, but now they're coming back again. Do they love me? Do they want to be with me? Most of the time, that's not the case. I'm not trying to blow smoke here, but it's usually just the case of, don't leave me, but don't expect anything from me either. Usually that's the case. Kind of pull you back in sync, right? Looks to me like you're looking for a committed partnership. I feel like that's what you're looking for. So it's really going to be like you don't have to criticize this person. I feel like it's just important for you to be clear with them. And, when they keep coming back around trying to reel you back in, I feel like you need to say to them, hey, and be strategic with your words, but be intentional and be thoughtful. Just say, this is not for me. It's just not for me. You don't have to point out what's wrong with them, but they are tempted by your disengaging too. So if you have been in an on and off relationship with this person, over many years, I mean, that's a red flag right in itself. There's nothing you need to fix. You need to fix your brain. Some of you do. You need to fix the brain and be like, what am I doing? Why am I waiting around for this? There's so many other fish in the sea. There's so many other options. There's so many other people out there. And you got your hooks on one person who is not doing it for you. Why do you have your hooks in this person? Because you want them to do it for you. Because you want to try to resolve something. Because maybe they started off that way and they switched. They did the bait and switch. And now they're being lazy. Yeah, Virgo. Be clear with yourself and be clear with this person. I feel like that's the message. However, if you're not willing to do that, that's not what you want to do. I don't have the Lovers here, Virgo, so I don't want to tell you, I don't, look, you are a wish come true for this person, and they know it, okay? You're everything that they want. But the problem is, I feel like they're not capable of ticking the boxes for you. It doesn't have anything to do with how they feel. And that's kind of a bummer, especially if you're female, because, your feelings and your emotions are very important to you. And they need to be valued and recognized and appreciated. I just get a sense that I'm just feeling strong that whenever you disappear or whenever you stop chasing or whenever you don't pursue, they come in full force pursuing you, whether it's a week later, 6 months later, 2 years later, however long it is, just to make sure that you haven't gotten away yet while they're figuring themselves out. And I just don't see, I don't see Virgos. I don't know. There's some Virgos who are like, no, I love my person and I'm going to give them time. But I don't feel like this is not the one who's communicating with you and asking you to just hold off without some type of promise of some sort, some tangible promise, or even like an engagement or something. Things have to have caps on them. We can't be going forever and ever and ever and ever without a commitment or a promise of some sort, right? And I feel like this is the person who's really not communicating. They're just kind of zipping out and then zipping back in. And so that's disrespecting your boundaries and your time and who you are as a human being. And if that's the person that you're dealing with, it might be time for you to cut this person off, because they're just going to keep coming back every time you cut them off. Whenever you're most available, then they're not. And it's just this push-pull, maybe the anxious avoidant thing going on. Yeah, Virgo. So, the overall message that I feel is what I said in the very beginning, that you're walking away. I see you're ghosting. You're less available. You're putting yourself first, doing the self-love, and and because of all that, it's making you more attractive. They're more tempted to reach back out. You are everything that they want, but they're not ready to go to be in alignment and go in the direction that you want to go, right? So you're on the ship and you're sailing. You're on the cruise ship and you're enjoying your life. And every time you stop at the dock, there they are, they're gonna jump on the ship and hang around for a little bit and then get back off again, and you leave, and then they're gonna go back to the dock and wait until you come back around again. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up from this person. They're just going nowhere. They're quite content with what's going on. Like I said, I just feel like this person's, it's like they're lazy or something. They have no ambition. That's why they haven't figured themselves out yet. And I know I'm not talking to everybody, but whoever is resonating with this, it's for you. This person just has no ambition. They're not succeeding in life. They're not going anywhere. Or wherever they're going, they're just going in circles. Yeah, it's harsh. It's harsh. But I feel like you know where you're going. You know what you want. But you got to be willing to set that up for yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive this person so you just don't stay attached to it. But here's a question. does this situation align with your values and morals? Does this align? Are you in alignment with this person? They're not in alignment with you. You might have been more willing to, I want to say, maybe you were enabling, or maybe you were more willing to give them space or let them do what they need to do. And that's fine. You can do that. But is that what you want? You know, you really start asking yourself this question, right? Interference, external party intruding on the relationship. And that's what I said. Are they a workaholic? You know, are they in a long distance from you? Usually people who have addictions, that like they overly indulge in these addictions or work or gambling or in long distance relationships, these are usually people who are not capable of making close connections, close intimate connections, or they do it for a very small period of time and then they bolt. So they do maybe just enough. They do maybe just enough. And I don't feel, Virgo, like you are being needy for asking for the bare minimum, the basics. And I don't feel like this person comes with the basics. I don't even feel like they have even reached basic level yet. They're just very much into themselves, what they're doing, what they want, like their terms, how it's going to work out for them. And there's a little bit of control here as well, controlling you or controlling the relationship. They're steering the ship, but they make you think they're steering the ship. But remember, you're the one who's on the ship. You're actually steering this ship. You just don't know it. But they're making you think that they're the ones who are leading it and you need to follow. But they're actually just standing on the dock. It's all an illusion. They're not doing jack shit. You've got a new love situation coming in anyway, Virgo. So something's developing, will be developing in your life, right? Enough of giving too much to the relationship. You've been giving too much. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. It's kind of a sad story, you know. I feel like this person just doesn't really value themselves, and they hide or they distance themselves in excuses or other aholic type things that they get addicted to. I mean, I would not, like, if I'm going to give you like a personal opinion, like I would just get out of this as soon as you can. And if you're already out of it, don't go back. You know, a leopard doesn't change their spots. They can change behaviors, but they don't change who they are. There's awakening again. You've been receiving messages that it's time for your soul to expand beyond the 3D vision. You're an old soul that is here to do many great things. You have come to realize this through doing the hard work and merging with your higher self. There is no going back. So enjoy this new way of being by having acceptance and inner peace moving forward. Self-care. Balance. Taking time to replenish your mind, body, and soul is a must. And you have to ask yourself, what is serving you versus what is taking from you? Much can be revealed when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. Remember I said taking yourself out of the lineup, off the list, and having better boundaries. And this is what I feel the Queen of Swords comes in with. Boundaries, communicative boundaries. It requires self-love and discipline. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind. This is about you telling them you care enough about yourself, you respect yourself, and you're creating boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed, and you have to say it. You have to say it. If you don't say it, then you just need to let your actions show that your boundaries won't be crossed. And this person is not the end-all, be-all for the rest of your life, Virgo. Trust me when I tell you this. Trust me. If they're not showing up and wanting to be, feeling that way about you, don't ever make someone a priority in your life who's not even giving you, the time of day. And if they've walked away, they've put themselves in a position to lose you. They may have walked away just to see how much, just to test you as well, to see how much you're interested in them, to see how much you'll pursue them. And if you've been doing that, they've just, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Terrible. It's terrible. It's very immature energy coming from this side, this person. So if you're that Virgo listening to this and you're just trying to get clarity, you know what you need to do, but you just kind of need to get some clarity here to hear it from another source, then this, I'm telling you, right? They'll have that huge regret for letting you go. So this person will be calling you in 3 days. Whoa. That's what I said, November 8th. There'll be a phone call. When is the 8th? Friday? Over the weekend, for sure. Those messages coming in. But if you're listening to this on the 6th, I'm making this on the 5th. So it's 3 days from the 5th. So if you're listening to this on the 6th, it's 2 days, okay? Or it could be 3 days, right? Someone is thinking of you. There you go. Oh, wow. You snooze, you lose. They'll definitely be noticing your glow up. If you're doing the whole glow up thing, all right? If you're doing the whole glow up thing and you're just doing you, boo, and reaching out, connecting with other people, whatever it is that you do, getting ready for the holidays, holiday shopping, doing all that stuff, working extra hours, whatever it might be. Yeah, I feel like they're going to be coming in with an apology. They'll definitely be noticing. Okay? So, whatever. That's what happens. Let's see what the Chinese signs are. You guys, I hope that this is uploading at the correct time. I tried to upload. I set the upload yesterday for 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the usual time. And for some reason, it did it an hour early. It must be on YouTube's end, like a glitch. Hopefully you're getting this at the right time. But if it came an hour early, just keep your notification bell ticked. Okay? That way, if you're expecting the reading at the usual time, when the notification bell is ticked, then and it actually loads early, you'll get it, okay? So I don't know what's going on. So just keep your eye out for like an hour earlier than usual. Anytime between an hour earlier than usual and the usual time. Okay. All right. Let's get some Chinese signs and see you and or this person. Also, if you guys want to get a personal reading, I am running a heavy 50% discount on all my readings through the holidays. I decided to hold on to that. So definitely go and book your reading. You could do text messages, 30-minute phone call, 1 hour phone call, whatever works for you. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, year of the rabbit, year of the goat, year of the ox, year of the dragon, the tiger, the horse, the rat, and the snake. Okay, you or your person. All right. Charms. Let's get the charms. Oh, not the charms. Yeah, the initials. See what signs show up. Okay, you've got the 11th. Double Cancer showing up here. We've got 5. Got 8. The 3rd. And the 20th. Also the 23rd. The 28th. The 25th. Okay. So initials O, B, M, U, initial G, we have J, and Z. Okay, so it could be your initials or theirs, or mix in there somewhere. You also have Capricorn and Aries showing up here. Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio twice. All right. Take a look at your charms, you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, and please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. I would greatly appreciate that. Oh gosh. Wow, gold ring. Listen, some of you, there's an engagement proposal coming to you in November. This person might even try to put a ring on it. Maybe you tell them, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. You might just be like, nope, not getting any till you put a ring on it. I hear you. Okay, we also have a sea turtle. Okay, there's a connection to sea turtles and also a crab. So there might be an ocean, or someone lives by the sea. What is this with cruises and docks and ships and the sea? Is someone taking a cruise or going on a trip somewhere soon? Do you have one booked for the holidays? And we also have a strawberry. Okay. Somebody loves strawberry. And anything else? Yeah, you do have a red heart. Oh my gosh. So, Virgo, let me just tell you, boundaries are really important, and you got to set them. There are times when, like, if you there's no sense in going along to get along. It's a waste of time. If some people, and I'm just going to say this right before I close out the reading, little Kellyism. Believe it or not, some people don't know what you want, and they're just going along to get along or guessing. It's really important. Like, I know Virgo. I know you. You're not a mind reader. You don't have to guess at what someone's intentions are. I know exactly how you are. Just spit it out. Just say it. Because, Virgo, you're tough, and you can handle the truth. You can handle the facts. But you have to also be tough and spit it out and say it. You do. And you don't have to ask for permission. You just spit it out and say, this is what I want. Are you able to do it? Can you do it? Yes or no? If they say yes, good. Let's figure something out. If they say no, great. See you later. But if they give you a blurry message like, maybe, or, we can try, that's a no. There is no maybes in life. It's yes or no. That's the language Virgo speaks. Yes, you're here, or no, you're not. It's so, in terms of like a ghoster, what's a ghost? A ghost is like here, but they're really not, because they're just an apparition. They're not a physical form of anything. So they're here, but they're not. Like, you have a ghoster. You're chasing a ghost. Who are you? You're chasing after a ghost. Don't chase the ghost. Who's wearing Uggs? Somebody loves Uggs. If somebody's attached to the mafia, or has attached to some kind of mob thing, maybe you're watching a mafia movie. Also, I see someone getting a new job, for sure. Yeah, I see somebody getting a new job. Hearing something back about it before the weekends, by Friday too. Somebody loves Michael Jackson. Oh, somebody here is an OG. Oh, let me just tell you what. Somebody's an OG. Are you an OG? Put OG in the comments or in the chat if you're an OG. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. So I'm going to leave that reading there for you. Hope you enjoyed that. At least I hope it gave you some insight. Back here very soon, hopefully tomorrow. Have a great night. Love yous. Bye. Hey, Virgo. I just wanted to let you know that I'm running a special right now on my personal private phone call readings. Everything is 50% off, Virgo. So you can get 50% off a predicted tarot reading call, only $40 for a 30-minute reading. You can do text readings. You can do a spiritual empowerment reading But the 50% off ones are definitely the best buy. 1 hour for $99. Oh, immediately. You can get your readings with me like the next day.
And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it.